we doing today?
Alright, today we're finally installing some Ganadors.
Alright. Tell us what you got.
So here, I got the Futago line plates. And this is to fill in the little gap space from the OEM mirrors.
Mirror because they go on the doors.
Yeah.
And then these mirrors mount where the quarter window is normally on the door. So this plate basically replaces the quarter window, so you have somewhere to mount the mirrors, right?
Yeah. And here we got some authentic Ganadors.
Because no one in Aimless has reps.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, but yeah, if you bend them, that used to be a way to tell that they're real, but also, now bending them doesn't mean anything because the reps bend too. And then what do you guys say about the lenses?
Also, blue tint lenses. A lot of like reps of Ganadors have blue tint lenses now. But there's also some Ganadors that come with like blue tints.
Yeah, basically there are a few real Ganadors that came with blue tints from the factory, but every single fake has blue tints, and normally if you see clear lenses on a Ganador, they're probably real. If they're blue tint, I say just question it. But yeah, what type of Ganadors are these?
These are RX-8 Ganadors, and I believe Uprise Max is the one who told us about how they fit the best.
And then this is Raymond's car. For those of you that aren't familiar with the channel, we did have a video of installing this Futago line kit on his car. Since then, he has got it painted, and it is like one color. But Raymond, you want to give us a little update?
Yeah, so hit a drift event.
Yeah, okay.
And smacked a couple cones. This is probably the best smack of the day.
Yeah, it got on the door handle too.
My kid's falling off now.
Nice.
Back bumper, seen some good days.
But at least it's one color now.
Yeah. Over there too. Kind of clapped the cone.
But yeah, is there anything else you did to the car other than paint the kit since that video?
No, that's pretty much it.
I think you switched up the seats. But I don't think we showed the seats in the video.
Oh, yeah.
He used to have a Zeta2 and a bricks. Now he has 2 bricks because he thinks they're comfier. Then the Nardi. Pretty simple.
First thing is we're going to take off this door card, which is one bolt here and then one clip here. I have to take this off.
Oop, okay. That. You just gotta pull it out of the handle. Like that. What'd you have to do to take it out? It was a lot more than you thought, huh?
So I had an extra 2 clips right. I mean 2 screws right here.
That were under a little cover you pry off.
Yep, and then unplug these.
Yeah, and the way these come out for the handle and the lock is, you could see, I don't know if it'll come up. There's just basically like a little cup here that they sit on. You just pop it up and it'll come out. It's hard to show on camera, but if you guys do it, it'll be pretty straightforward.
Pretty much. I'm taking off the fucking plastic.
Speak with your chest.
Yeah, so I got the axis from the weather barrier. So there's 3 screws right here, 1, 2, and 3, and they're gonna be 10 millimeters and 12 millimeters.
Yep. Oh, you gotta spin it.
Next is we're gonna take these 2 bolts out, which we'll put back on this so we could connect the mirror.
You're basically unbolting the glass from the metal base that connects it to the door, and then we're gonna put this metal base, which the mirrors are gonna connect to, onto that, right?
Yeah.
And those are what size? 10s?
These are 10s, yeah.
So we figured out as Raymond is spinning the bolt on the opposite end, this little ring here is just spinning with it. So what we're doing to prevent this ring from spinning is we have a pair of pliers that we're just basically putting in 2 of these holes to hold it in place, and then loosening it from the other side. Just like, come on. Just like, very nice, just like that, but without struggling, right?
Yeah.
On one of them, we were able to just use some needle nose in these two holes and hold it in place, and it came out fine. But on the other one, it was so stuck that we struggled for a bit, and we actually had to use a giant vice grip and hold this ring in place to get it out. But yeah, it worked. Now pull the glass out. Trash. There's a little channel right here on this metal backing plate that you have to slip the metal base into, otherwise you're gonna have water in your car. So you just gotta slide it in like that.
Alright, so we're gonna take off this mirror. What the? I'll be scratching everything up.
Yeah.
So first, just pry this out.
Okay.
And then
There's just 3 10 mils. It's a 10.
I think you did.
I like how you hit your... There's gonna be wires, so pull it up now all the way. So Raymond forgot to unplug the mirror before we unbolted it. But basically, if you follow the wire, it is this clip right here, and then you just pull the wire through the hole after.
And she's out. Alright, so this here is gonna go here. It's just like clip it on there.
So you can see there's a prong here, here, and here, but none in the front, and it tapers. Like, see how it's fatter here and thinner here? So what I'm guessing is you put it in like this, and you slide it back.
We got it in, but we don't know if we got it in right.
Yeah, there's a big ass gap on top and on the bottom. Maybe we think you might have to RTV or put some type of sealant around these, which we didn't do, but Raymond said it's summer, so it's fine, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
So now we're gonna put this back in and then drill the holes where we want it to be positioned.
You want to say anything about this?
Okay, so I found out you're supposed to have RTB. But,
RTV.
But we're gonna take it off when we paint the car again someday. So just leave. Gonna have to leave the little gap there for now.
Yeah, because we don't want to put RTV and then risk it being like stuck on and then can't paint it off.
We thought we ran into a problem of it not being able to fit, but then we realized these come off. So we're chilling.
Yeah, so we could just take all those out, and they're already threaded, so we don't have to retap the Ganador, and then they should be flush.
We'll see you when we have all of them off.
We're cutting the Ganador. Hope for the best. So what's happening?
So, grinding it down. Filing it down so I can make it sit flush.
Show us what you mean. How long have you been filing this?
Like fucking 30 minutes. So it can sit.
Around the window seal. Right there.
Alright, so after like 3.5 hours, we've done almost shaving.
Overexposed, they're not gonna be able to see.
Oh shit.
There you go. We had to shave a lot out of the mirror. That used to be flat. And we cut the pegs.
Alright, so now, time to mock it up.
What are you doing?
We put white out on the tips so we know where to
Place it. Wow, that barely worked. Center punch. There's no straight center, so I'm gonna guess it's like, wait, fuck, should I even guess? Probably here, right?
Yep.
I would like to point out that if this is not accurate, it's not my fault because this was Raymond's idea of how to mark the holes. So yeah, we're gonna drill the holes now. Now we're gonna swap out the small drill bit we used to make the pilot hole for a big ass drill bit. And we're just gonna use a giant washer on the bolts so we have some room to move them around once they're ready, in case the holes are slightly off.
Dog.
They're also off. So we realized we messed up pretty bad on these holes, so we just ended up ovalizing them. And they are pretty ugly, but we're pretty sure that when we put the mirror on, you won't be able to see it. So Raymond, throw the mirror on. We got the mirror on. Now we're gonna adjust it for Raymond. What we're doing to adjust it is we have the Ganador wire sticking out the bottom of the mirror and a battery for a power tool. And we're basically gonna use the power and ground for the mirrors to adjust it left and right and then up and down. The way these wires work is basically the power and ground will move it left and right, let's say positive one way, and then when you reverse it, it'll move it the opposite way. So we're just gonna adjust it, and yeah. We got Raymond in the driver's seat, and now we're gonna do this. You ready? Say when.
Like that should be cool.
Okay. And we're done. That's how you ghettoly adjust a power Ganador with a battery.
I'm put the door panel on. I'm done.
The reason we had to adjust it like that and the reason we couldn't wire it into the factory wiring from the stock mirror to the chassis is because the way the Ganador mirrors work is it uses a positive and a ground to move it like left and right or up and down. And then when you reverse it, it moves it the opposite way. And then the stock wiring on the FRS, the way it adjusts mirrors is it just has a bunch of positives and it doesn't use a ground. So if we wired it into his Ganador, it would like only move it left and up, and that's it. It won't be able to backtrack. So that's why we couldn't wire it to his chassis, and we're just gonna have to adjust it like this and leave it. But yeah, now what Raymond's doing is he's putting his door panel on, and then we're done.
We finally finished
How long has it been?
after like 8 hours.
I think it was closer to 9 hours for these two mirrors.
Fucking drilling and fucking
Grinding,
grinding,
shaving,
shaving,
filing.
filing.
How's your hands?
Fucking fingers hurt.
Was it worth it?
Just get fake ones.